Guys, welcome back to another video. So very recently I was doing a data cleanup audit for a client, and while doing that I felt why not share the approach which I take when doing this particular audit. So this is going to be a short video to help you understand how I produce or how I present the data cleanup audit via dashboards. Now, of course, this is not a comprehensive one because for a comprehensive audit, the overall business structure, the number of properties being used, and all of that matters. But at a basic level, if you want to do a data cleanup audit in your particular CRM, these are the 5 reports which you can create that will help you know how clean your data is and what needs to be cleaned up. So you need to come to dashboard. So the way I present it is I create a dashboard which has these 5 reports, which help my clients understand what kind of data do they need efforts in cleaning up to ensure that their CRM is up to date. So I'll click on new dashboard. I'll name it data cleanup audit, create dashboard. Now over here, what I'll do is I'll create my first report. So add content, create report. I want to create a custom report. Over here, it's contacts. And in the filters, what I'll do is email hard bounce reason. Okay. Email hard bounce reason is known. And over here, for the type of chart, I'll select KPI. And under values, I will have count of contacts. Okay. So once I do this, of course, this is a demo portal. I would not be able to show you the actual client audit. But yeah, once you do this for your particular CR, you will be able to identify all the hard bounce contacts. Now, these are contacts which are of no use to you. So it makes sense to delete this to make space for some more actual marketing emails. So that's how you identify that. I'll click on save report, add it to the data cleanup dashboard, save and add. Okay. Now, if I come over here, I have my first report. Now we'll move on to the second report and again, create a report, custom, contacts, and over here, unsubscribe is what I choose. So under filters, I'll go to unsubscribe. Is any off? So over here, it's either true or false. So unsubscribe from all email is equal to true. So you want to identify all contacts which have unsubscribed from all emails, because if they've unsubscribed, they do not want to hear from us. So it does not make sense to keep them in the CRM. So I'll click true. I'll click on apply. And then again, over here under configure, I'll select the KPI chart and I'll add in the count of contacts. Again, this will not show anything because it's demo report. I'll select data cleanup audit, save and add. So that's my second report. For my third report now, over here, I'll again contacts. Okay. So for the third report over here now, I want to identify contacts which have not had any activity associated or no one has contacted them ever. So you either do not need them or your sales team has missed out connecting with them. So it's always good to identify such contacts. So I'll go to filters. I'll select last contacted. Yeah, last contacted is unknown. And I'll click on apply. Again, you know the drill now, KPIs and count of contacts. I'll name it as last contacted unknown. Okay, so we now have this number because of the dummy data. I'll click save report, data cleanup audit, save and add. Okay, so now if you come over here, you have this, you can just reduce the size, see, and yeah, last contacted. So we have these 3 reports now. Now let's move on to the 5th report. Create report, custom. Now because we're dealing with contacts, still contacts, and the filters, I'll select email is unknown. Okay. And again, KPIs, and count of contacts. So I'll name this email unknown. I click on save report, data cleanup audit, go to your dashboard, and I have the emails unknown in here. So over here now we have our hard bonds contacts, our unsubscribes, our last contacted is unknown, and email is unknown. Now we'll move on to the fifth report. Okay, so with the fifth contact, over here now I click on create report, in a custom report, contacts, filters, and over here contact owner is unknown. And this is very important because if the contact owner for any contact is unknown, that means no one is going to ever touch it because it's owned by no one. So it will never pop up for under any individual reports which you create for anything. So for that particular reason, you need to know all of the contacts with the contact owner is unknown so that you can either assign them to appropriate contact owners, or if they're not required, you can remove them from the system. So I'll move down over here. I'll click on KPI and count of contacts and unknown. I'll save report, save an ad, and go to the dashboard. So this now helps us create our fifth report. So yes, these are like the 5 reports I always make it a point to create as soon as I do a data cleanup audit. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning, this is not it. There are other multiple reports as well which I look into, but then that depends on the type of business I'm working with, the type of properties, because a lot of businesses use custom properties, they have modified lifecycle stages and all of that. So that can't be shown in this particular video. But what I did show you over here is these 5 reports. So irrespective of the portal you are on, you can always run these 5 reports and it will always return numbers for you, which you can then decide on how to clean up and what to clean up. So yeah, hope you found this useful. Thank you.